welcome to Green TV, the show dedicated to positive Green New Deal solutions and the candidates that advocate for them. I'm Gail Parker, your host for today, and today we have in the studio with us Nick Ingvoldstad. Nick is a member of the Constitution Party, and I believe he is going to be announcing his candidacy this year for the 2017 election. Nick, welcome.
Thank you, Gail.
Yes, it's good to have you here.
You too. It's great to be here, and I'd like to congratulate you first and foremost for winning 12,000 votes in your run for Congress last year. I think.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Those were hard-won votes, for sure. I didn't know there were 12,000 people out there that knew about me.
We need 12,000 more like you.
Well, thank you. We do. So tell me about yourself, where you're from, where'd you grow up, where'd you go to school?
I was raised here in Vienna, Virginia, and now I'm living in Reston, Virginia. I spent a bit of time in Blacksburg, Virginia, going to Virginia Tech studying electrical engineering. And now I'm living in Reston, working to do electrical construction plans for residential buildings, and getting interested in politics and taking part. And so that's why I'm here today announcing my run for Lieutenant Governor of Virginia with the Constitution Party. But really, I am here to support the Constitution Party's existence as a party, as a recognized party. I'm just supporting being a recognized party.
Oh, that's wonderful. You heard it first here on Green TV. Nick is a candidate for Lieutenant Governor of this great state of Virginia, and that is first announcement for Nick, I believe it is. So Howard Phillips was the power behind the Constitution Party for a number of years, and we were greatly saddened at his passing, and we were hoping that his children would pick up the banner for the Constitution Party. Could you tell us a little bit about how the Constitution Party is regrouping and reorganizing to move forward?
Well, they are embracing technology. I found them through Facebook. Social media is the way that people can get involved if they are interested in forwarding an originalist viewpoint in government. Everyone should be getting involved the way you and I are in local and community organizations and advancing their viewpoints that they find should be represented.
I see. And so you found them on Facebook.
That's
how
right.
You found them. I see. And the Constitution Party has a reputation for being a very, very conservative organization. So I take it you must be a conservative bend.
I sympathize with the conservative bend.
I see. All right. Well, and you're electrical engineering.
That's right.
So, have you formulated a position on electric transportation systems and?
Well, yes. And I do think we need to go towards a rail system the way we see in other countries. The reason it doesn't work for say a full East Coast rail would be because it's just an expansive country that we live in. So what we need is more local light rail systems like the Purple Rail proposition that should be going through. That would save a lot of money. I think we need more representation of renewable energy solutions. More of our generation should be going towards solar and wind power, whatever works for the area, and not so much fossil fuels that damage our environment. So I think what's more important to me is where the power is coming from for that transportation, and I think we need to move towards a more sustainable future.
And then I would believe then that you would be in favor of a cost-neutral solution of moving the subsidies from fossil fuels into renewable energy as a way to transition to renewables. Is that correct?
Exactly. We need to create the incentives for doing so, because the incentives are there right now to cover up excess waste and to let that happen and just look towards the next quarter.
I see. Well, great. It's so great to see young people getting involved in this, because you have such a stake in the future of our Commonwealth and of our nation. And there is a lot of advancements that we need to see in the environment.
I think one thing that I wanted to see represented in the Constitution Party is, in general, we see conservatives being shown to favor fossil fuels and, to discredit scientific papers or evidence of, call it climate change, whatever you will. It's damage to the one place we have to live, however you want to refer to it. So that really is first and foremost.
That is wonderful news. To me, that is wonderful news. So, Nick, could you tell us, have you all selected someone to head the ticket for governor?
I believe that will be John Bloom, who from Norfolk area, and he would be the one to get in touch with if anyone is interested in joining the Constitution Party and advancing an originalist viewpoint their own way outside of major parties.
I see. Okay, would you want to give John's phone number or email address so folks could call him or email him?
Sure. Constitution Party of Virginia at gmail.com. That is of VA, if I'm not mistaken. Perhaps after a break, I could check to make sure that I'm giving the right email.
Okay, and we'll put it up on the screen for our viewers later. So, that's good. Well, what are your plans for your campaign? Have you got a plan lined out on how you're going to conduct your campaign?
I'm taking this a day at a time, and I am here to make sure that there are alternatives for conservatives, and making sure the party has a recognized party status. And no, I don't have a plan.
So I take it you need volunteers?
We need volunteers.
And you're accepting donations then?
Absolutely, always accepting donations.
All right. Well, and I take it you're also petitioning? Are you gathering petition signatures to get yourself on the ballot? That's not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
No.
Well, that's one of the really crucial things is to collect signatures. So I've been doing this, as you may know, for about 12 years now. And so petition gathering for a third party is a very crucial part of the campaign, because studies have actual results have shown that the candidate who are on the ballot get a lot more votes than do those people who run as a write-in candidate. So I'm hoping that you'll incorporate petition gathering into your campaign strategy there. And
I appreciate it. I'm here to learn from the best. And yeah, need to know
flattery
how
will
it's
get you everywhere. It's a politician for you there. So that's very good. So you've gone to university, and now you're in the job market.
That's right.
And you're looking to make the world a better place.
Yeah, I think we should all be doing our own part. There's been a value that I think doesn't exist so much in modern society, that a good citizen should be representing themselves the way they see fit in government. And now you see a sort of split where the political class is some other type of person who could never be me. And well, the whole idea of the U.S. is government by the people governing themselves. So everybody should be getting involved at every level.
I see. All right. And would you like to give your phone number and contact information to the viewers so that your volunteers might be able to contact you?
Sure, absolutely. If anyone is interested in helping me get in my run for lieutenant governor, please get in touch. My phone number is 571-485-0454.
Excellent, excellent. So for those of you who have tuned in, this is Green TV. I'm Gail Parker, and I'm talking today with Nick Ingvoldstad, who has announced that he is a candidate for Virginia's Lieutenant Governor for the Constitution Party. The Constitution Party is reforming under the leadership of John Bloom, who lives in
Newport News?
Newport News.
Okay, yeah.
And they are interested in folks who would like to join them and run for office. So be sure and contact them. We'll provide information for you. So it's nice to have you here, Nick. And so tell us a little bit about your interests. Do you have hobbies, or what sort of things are you interested in? What do you do for fun?
Oh, well, I like making music when I have time. A lot of my friends are musicians, and I like to have people over to write songs of any kind. You know, I do some electronic production and recording. I play the guitar and bass, and I have some drums, even though my neighbors don't like them so much. But that's okay, because I talk with my neighbors about when I can play drums, and you know, that's how we work together for strengthened community where people can do whatever they want within means, without you know, encroaching on people's civil liberties and their own, you know. So if it's too loud for my neighbors, that's fine. But so, you know, I make some music. You know, so if it's too loud for my neighbors, that's fine. But so, you know, I make some music. I like to play computer games. I play a game called Dota 2. Maybe you know, you can learn a lot from Dota 2, because you need to work with your team. And if you don't work with your team and you don't listen to your team, you're going to lose.
Ah, I see. That's a new game for me.
Yeah, and that's you know, same lessons work out in life.
So you're, in addition to being a budding politician, you're a budding singer, songwriter, or guitarist?
That's right. I would say multi-instrumentalist, because I'll, you know, end up recording individual parts and putting them together under my solo name, which is Caerus. It's Caerus. If anyone is interested in finding some music. Me and my friend have just put together an EP where we talk about some things, say, you know, character traits that can lead to the situations that, say, we found ourselves in 2008. People are people at the end of the day, you know, and so the incentives have to be there for people to do the right thing, really, you know. We have to understand that, so. Yeah, I like to make music with my friends and talk about things that I think are interesting.
Okay, so Nick, you were surfing the web and found Constitution Party on the website, and
yeah.
You just decided, okay, I think I'll run for lieutenant governor, and is that how it happened?
Really, I you know, found myself willing to volunteer and willing to represent myself, and so in the 11th Congressional District of Virginia, I am the representative, and you know, part of being a recognized political party is running for state office, and that's why I'm running for lieutenant governor. So we want to see Constitution Party candidates on the ballot in the future, and an alternative for you know, conservatives. You know, I was especially interested in the Constitution Party, finding out that they're the only party that I can find that as a part of their platform opposes the Federal Reserve Act. I think it creates a lot of problems for us, and it's time we look for new systems of money.
I see. What would be your positive solution?
I think it would be interesting to see. I don't know if this would work. I'm willing to talk about this with anybody, okay? But I would like to see state-issued banknotes. They could be backed by anything the state wants, and that would mean that every state has their own individual trade agreements with other countries. Yes, it makes things way more complicated, and that's why, in the first place, a lot of people wanted a central bank, but at this point, a little bit under half of the world's wealth belongs to one family. That's a problem.
I see.
There's too much power behind government. We need to return power to the people the way that the U.S. is designed.
Yes, it is strange how that happens with the wealth being concentrated that way. So you think that the solution would be to break up the monopolies and
exactly,
and put the control of the money back to the states.
Right. I think competition is what makes capitalism work. And what happened in 2008 affected other countries as well and left a lot of people homeless. And no bankers went to jail for the way that they conducted themselves. And we need to see accountability if there's going to be an incentive for people to do the right thing and to act legally. To create incentives, right?
Right.
We're all about renewable energy solutions. There need to be incentives for those. We're creating them. Barack Obama made a lot of progress, and I think we can continue to go further.
Super. So you would be in favor of extending the metro systems then, the yellow line, the blue line, and the orange line?
I think we would have to look at the data, and I wouldn't be willing to say without having the benefit of a study, whether or not I would recommend that. But I would trust the experts.
I see. Well, there have been quite a few studies already. In fact, a lot of cases, the issue's been studied to death. Although the most popular request from people in the area, in the outlying areas, is to extend the metro rail. In some cases, though, I do believe that a commuter rail system like the VRE, the Virginia Railway Express, would be better serve their needs better than extending the metro. So we could have a system of commuter rail that could bring them in, and they could then switch off to the inner metro rail system, light rail system. We need light rail around the Beltway. 33,000 people are killed on our roadways every year.
Yeah.
In fact, my baby sister just became one of those statistics in November.
Oh.
And there are 420,000 people injured or maimed in automobile accidents every year. So rail is a much safer way to travel.
True.
And it uses energy so much more efficiently.
Right.
We can use renewable energy to power the rail systems.
Exactly.
And safer, and it just makes it's better for the environment, helps us to have cleaner air and cleaner water.
Right.
So it's a positive solution.
That I would absolutely agree with. We need more incentives for clean air and clean power generation.
And rail, all right. And I believe we have a video that we're going to be showing, so we'll...
We found one company in Portland, Oregon that may have changed the way we think about hydroelectricity. We spoke with Greg Semler, CEO of Lucid Energy, a Renaissance kind of guy, a painter, businessman. Greg is passionate about clean technology.
I really love doing things that other people haven't done before. And I've been really fortunate in my career to be involved in really interesting, novel, proprietary technology that would make a difference in the world.
So how about this? Take the water inside the pipe that's already flowing to your home, your business, under your streets, and harness it to generate electricity. Hydropower goes local. A small turbine placed inside existing water pipes can do the trick. The system is designed to capture the energy from water already flowing under pressure in every major city in the world. Even underground, the water flows downhill. That's the way many pipes are designed. Lucid Pipe has 2 sizes of turbine to fit the job. Up to 50 kilowatts of power can be generated.
That can be either used to offset the costs of delivering water for a city, or it can be connected to the grid to power homes in a community.
It can be installed in drinking water or wastewater treatment pipes, a new way of giving power to the people.
So water is the single most important resource on the planet. Energy is the critical component that drives the cost of delivering water or purifying water.
The City of Portland is installing Lucid Pipe systems to help meet its Climate Action Plan goals. It'll generate enough electricity to power up to 150 homes.
And it allows water municipalities to find a new revenue stream that they can use to reinvest to make their infrastructure more sustainable.
So the next time you turn on the faucet, think of the energy stored in the water you drink. It could power your home and help move the planet forward.
The sun. Every day, the sun shines more than 3 trillion watts of free energy on the Earth. That's enough energy to power over 3 million homes for an entire year, being produced every day. Solar panels harness the energy and convert it into clean electricity to power our homes, businesses, and lifestyles. Light from the sun stimulates electrons on a solar panel. These electrons create DC, or direct current electricity. Solar electricity travels from the panels on your roof through an inverter to the circuit breaker panel of your building. An inverter changes DC electricity into usable AC, or alternating current electricity, before sending it to the breaker panel of your building. Your home uses that electricity to power the electronic devices we use every day. It's like having your own power plant on your roof with an endless supply of clean energy. Anytime the panels are producing more energy than you are using, like sunny days when you are on vacation, the excess energy is sent back to your utility company, where they are required to buy back your excess electricity at the same rates they would normally charge, a concept called net metering. The utility company purchases your excess solar electricity and sells that energy to homes and businesses in your neighborhood. Even homes and businesses that do not have solar panels are still buying your excess solar electricity. When the sun goes down, your home or business purchases electricity from your local utility company the same way it has in the past. However, credits from your excess solar energy produced during the day will offset nighttime charges, which are much cheaper than peak daytime rates. This maximizes your savings through time of use billing, where you are selling energy to the utility during daytime peak hours while buying energy during nighttime off-peak hours. Instead of buying electricity from a power plant that burns coal and other pollutants, you are taking advantage of the free, abundant energy of the sun. As energy rates continue to go up, your system produces clean, renewable energy at no cost to you. Now you get to choose how much to spend on electricity. Imagine if we could do that with gasoline prices. Today, there are some incredible incentives and rebate to help pay for solar installation. Finance programs can help you install panels for as little as $500 down. Increase the value of your home or business by reducing your energy costs. Businesses will increase profits, while homeowners will increase their home's market value. Help save the environment and reduce global warming. Start producing your own clean energy. For more information, visit Solar Buddy's system quote page to see how solar will benefit your home or business today.
And welcome back to Green TV, the show dedicated to positive Green New Deal solution and the candidates that advocate for them. I'm Gail Parker, your host today, and on our show today we have Nick Ingvoldstad, who has announced his candidacy for the office of Lt Governor of Virginia for the Constitution Party. Nick, thanks so much for being on the show with us. And
Thank you.
So you're going to be campaigning for Lieutenant Governor, and you're also on the Central Committee for the reconstituted Constitution Green Party.
That's right.
Or Constitution Party, I should say. And
they may merge at some point.
That would be a good idea. At least work together. So
Right?
we have a better chance if
Yeah.
we take on them together.
Exactly.
And this will be an exciting adventure. I take it you're looking very forward to it.
Absolutely, and the Constitution Party does need as many volunteers as they can get, and anybody who's interested can contact John Bloom at Constitution Party of Virginia at gmail.com, or look up the Constitution Party of Virginia on Facebook.
Excellent point, excellent point. And you also are interested in music, and you do some gaming. And
That's right. That's right. I make some music, and as Kairos, I have just joined the great musicians at Loci Records and released an album, and it is my 17th, and I look forward to continuing to make music.
Oh, well, you should send me a clip, and I'll include it in.
I'd love to.
Sure, that'll be great.
Okay.
Well, that's it for today's Green TV. Thanks so much for joining us, and we hope to see you again next time. See you next time.